Welcome back to my channel. I'm AK Mulford, a full-time author and part-time chaos gremlin, sharing with you behind-the-scenes author life and helpful but unhinged writing advice. And today I'm about to go to my biggest book event of the year. Now, there is no gatekeeping on this channel. I'm going to tell you exactly how much I spent on this event, how many books I'm bringing, how many I sell, and at the end I will have a reflection on if I made any money and any other insights that I might take forward to future book events as well. And I'm taking you along with me so you can see all of the behind the scenes of what these author events are really like. So I'm about to head off to BABE, which is Ballgowns and Book Events in Sydney, Australia, and they've said that they've sold about 1,800 tickets, which makes this definitely a larger event for me. And I find that the larger events are harder to gauge because the difference between selling to 5% of readers and 15% of readers is 180 books. That is a lot of boxes of books to bring that you don't end up selling on the day. So where am I sitting at numbers-wise so far? Well, I already had quite a few pre-orders and I was already sitting in the green with the amount of pre-orders that I had, and then natural disasters happened. There was flooding in New South Wales and we live in Queensland, Australia, and we were planning on taking a family road trip to drive down to Sydney, and we had to make a call a week ago while it was still raining whether we would drive or we'd scrap that plan and very quickly pivot into me flying down and my partner driving the books down. That meant that all of a sudden we had these additional costs. Most of everything, our car rental and almost all of the places we were staying, we were able to get a refund for, but the place we were staying at for the longest in Sydney, we couldn't get a refund for. So that's 750 Australian dollars extra that I'm adding to my costs. He's dropping the books off at a warehouse and there is a service that will bump in the books for you, but then of course that also costs money. So we've got the hotel we couldn't get refunded, his hotel, and the bump in service for the extra books as well. So far, all up with my flights and hotels, the table fees for the event, and all of the other little incidentals, I have spent $6,360 on this event, which is a lot more than I think most people have spent on this event. But we were under $4,000 originally, but then with all these additional last minute costs, it's bumped up a lot. We don't need to sell all of that on the day. Pre-orders, we had 43 pre-orders, made so far $4,500. So we only need to make like $2,000 on the day only. Only need to make $2,000. Not a big deal, huh? Oh gosh, I think we can do it. I think we can do it, but yeah, I'd like, ooh. It's a lot. It's a lot of books. Mind you, this is also in Australian dollars, so if you're watching in another country, these numbers might seem out of whack for you, so you gotta do the conversion to your country. That is the goal, to sell at least $2,000 worth of books on the 2 days that I am there. If we don't, that will be okay. I think these events have a benefit just in and of themselves, like getting to connect with readers who might have never met you before, connect with other authors, and there's just value in going to these events regardless of whether you make money at them. Although I do like to be able to at least break even. It just makes it more sustainable for me to be able to do more events in the future if I can make like a little bit of money from them. So yeah, we shall see. But if I sell even like a third of the stock I'm bringing to sell on the day, I should be able to cover that cost. We'll see how much we end up selling, and I will let you know at the end of this video if we make it, if we break even, if we make some money. It's really difficult to say. I definitely feel very frantic right now. Yeah, I'm excited to take you with me. Let's go. in the room. It is 8 o'clock at night. What a day. The event hasn't even started and I'm already so tired. Today I flew down to Sydney and then dropped my bags and went straight to the venue and have been setting up ever since. 91 books needed signing, unwrapping, setting up pre-orders, setting up the table. I really owe so much to my lovely assistant Tim and his wife, fellow author Lex Logan, and also to another signing author, Stevie Carter. All three of them were unwrapping books and helping set up, and it was a whole mission. By the end of it, we were all like loopy and underwater. But the table is prepared. Tomorrow, we're going to hit the ground running. Good morning, Sydney. That's where we're going. Whoop. It's a cockatoo. Oh my gosh, all the cockatoos are coming. That is so much fun. I'll never get over that. Good morning. It is 7:30 a.m. I am up. I am dressed. I've ordered some breakfast. So I'm going to pack all my stuff for today and head over to the venue because it should open in like the next hour. And then I have a panel at 10 a.m. So it should be really fun and I'm looking forward to that. And hopefully it is awesome. So off we go. I am back for lunch. The panel went great. It was really lovely hearing everyone's questions. And yeah, I had a great time with that. And I zhuzhed my table a little bit more, got like all the last minute things as ready as I could. And then I've grabbed some lunch. I'm going to eat really quickly. And then it's time to get dressed for the VIP night. Checking in from VIP night. How did we go?
Pretty good. It got
good.
really busy towards the end there.
Yeah, the beginning I thought, we weren't going to get that many people coming up today. I thought we'd have more people picking up pre-orders.
Yeah.
But then there was a mad rush after the dinner. So
Still chaos tomorrow, probably.
Yeah. goodness, I crashed hard last night. I was going to do a debrief of everything that happened yesterday, and then I was so wrecked. I was run off my feet, tired. Yeah, a lot of peopling, and we've got a lot more today. Yesterday went really well. We had about a third of the pre-orders picked up already. It's been so lovely meeting all the readers, and I've had so many lovely people come up and say really nice things about my books and give me little gifts and things, and it's just been really, really lovely. So yeah, it's been a really nice event already, and so I'm excited for day 2, but I need more coffee first. Good morning to Tim.
How's it going?
We are getting ready for day 2. How are you feeling?
Tired but ready for the chaos.
Feeling like it might be a little bit more chaotic today, so
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like we got like a little bit of a practice yesterday with like line mitigation and stuff.
The later run when there was just people out of nowhere,
Yeah.
that was good. Good
Yeah.
to get the flow.
Yeah, because we did rejig a few things at the table afterwards, where we were like, oh, we might need this to be closer to here and things. So it was a good little like practice run for today. I hope it's like crazy in a good way.
Yes. Everybody's really lovely too, so they don't mind waiting a minute
Yeah.
if they have to, if there's lots of big lines. So
Yeah.
it's not like anybody's going, I need to get my box now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll see. We'll let you know. We'll update you if we get any people like that today. And yeah, wish us luck. Hello, good morning. It is the day after the event, and I am so tired. I definitely have like a social hangover from all of the peopling yesterday. I had a great time, but you know, when you do like a big social outing and you need a lot of introvert time, but I've got to pack and check out and head to the airport. And then when I get home, I'll do a full breakdown of how much I sold, how much I spent, and also some lessons learned along the way and things that I will be doing differently for events going forward based on the experience I had this time too. Hello, I'm back home. It felt so good to sleep in my bed last night. I finally got like a really good solid night's sleep, which I desperately needed. I'm pretty sure people like actively avoided me in the airport because I had such a kind of grumpy, not awake face. I just was so loopy and kind of dazed. But as I was on the shuttle on the way home, I was making lots of notes of things that I will do differently next time, things that I might change up. And so I wanted to share those reflections with you. So first, numbers. So we did slightly more in pre-orders than we did sales on the day, which after talking to a lot of authors, turns out is quite common for them, especially with a number of factors that I hadn't taken into consideration. And I will collate that information for future book events. One thing was I'm also going to Rare in Melbourne, which is another big book event. So all of the people traveling to Sydney from Melbourne were like, I'm going to not buy as many books from you on the day now because I'm local to Melbourne, so I'll buy it then, which I hadn't factored in. And also, I had a lot of my traditionally published books, which I don't sell at the table, being brought to the table to sign, which was lovely. But also, there's just like inherent value in meeting your readers and getting to connect with them and sharing stories and signing their books and taking photos. And so there's value in it regardless. And I found that really enjoyable. After having kind of like canvassed a few of the authors who were at the event, I think for events of that size, I will only bring like slightly more than my pre-orders or the same number of my pre-orders, and not like double. Events that size, people tend to pre-order and then come pick it up because they don't want to wait in lines and there's a lot of authors to see. Whereas smaller book events tend to be like 10% pre-orders and then you sell 90% on the day. Surprisingly to me, the front runner in sales was She's a Keeper, my first Zookeeper rom-com, and then second was Pumpkin Spice and Poltergeist. And I thought that the fantasy special editions would be the ones that sold the most. And actually a few authors said the same thing, where they were really surprised by like reader patterns. They kind of had picked it to be something different. So on the day we did $3,955 in sales as compared to the $4,500 in pre-orders. So in total, that's about $8,555 made during the course of the event in pre-orders and then over the VIP night and the full day, which is fantastic. Whether or not I actually like made a significant amount of money though, I think that I'm probably just like slightly over breaking even for the event. There's all these other little incidentals of like cabs to and from the airport and all of the food and all of the things. And then I did have 4 boxes that I ended up shipping back as well. So that cost some money. I feel like it's unknowable. Like if I tried hard enough, I could really work out the maths. There's too many moving parts to really say. I think it was worth going to the event? Absolutely. Like, I think it was 1,000,000% worth it. I had a wonderful time. It was amazing connecting with authors. I wish I had more time to connect with more authors, but it was just so chaotic. There were a bunch of people there I didn't even get to say hi to in the like setup, set down. But I also got to meet so many amazing readers. That in and of itself is, in my opinion, worth going. But here are some lessons that I've learned from that. Like, one was a big thing about how many books to bring is a different beast for those big events with lots of ticketed authors. And I think in the future, I will kind of split between smaller events and bigger events in my strategy for how many books I bring, because they are 2 different beasts, I think. But another thing I will be changing is I think I had too many swag options at my table. So I had too many bookmarks and flyers and character art and things like that. So I think I might reduce it down and only have like 2 bookmarks and 2 stickers and just keep it a little bit more simplified. The fidgets went really well. People were really grateful to have the option to grab a fidget because it was such a big event and really overwhelming. So I think I will do that going forward for the bigger size events. Another thing that I will do if I'm at an event that has a backdrop in the future, I was planning on hanging up my tablecloth with Velcro strips, but I hadn't considered how heavy the tablecloth was and then the material is not very good at being like sticky adhesive to it. But I saw some other authors had like clamps that they had clamped. I'll remember to bring like big industrial clamps next time. I brought the hardcover dust jackets of all of my trad books to display on the day because some people were like not sure if it was the same person, so they bought the book at the bookseller at the event and then brought it around, and so it was good for them to be able to see, oh yes, like saw the cover, saw the book they bought and knew it was the same person. So I think I might do that even bigger next time, where I have either a pull-up banner or like a tablecloth display that I can hang up that has all of my traditionally published book covers like enlarged and bigger on some sort of piece of artwork or graphic so that people know that it's the same person. I always have people be like, "Oh, you wrote The High Mountain Court or you wrote A River of Golden Bones. I've read those." And it's usually not until they're already like in conversation with me that they realize that I'm the same author who wrote those books. So making it really easy and clear and displayed somewhere where they can see it, I think will be really good going forward. So I was on the right track with the dust jackets, but I still think it was a bit too small to be in the backgrounds there. So I'm going to switch that up for next time. But yeah, so those are some of my lessons learned from this big event. This is something I will tweak going forward. I feel like every future event, you are recalibrating from the last event. So it's always like a learning experience. You're always growing and adapting and changing. And, we're all taking ideas from each other on things. We all kind of went around and shared ideas and kind of debriefed, and it was really good seeing like what different people's processes were. So I feel like I got a lot of insights just from like the networking with authors and friends of mine that were also at the event. That is the game plan going forward. I still have a bajillion events to take you on with me the rest of this year, and I'm very excited for those. But I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and I hope you got some insights into what it's like behind the scenes at all these book events. And yeah, happy writing, friends.